Good afternoon and welcome to Face to Face. My special guest today is Miss Amanda Pamela. Amanda, welcome to Face to Face.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for coming along to answer our questions. The subject today is a subject that is complex, sensitive and challenging. It is one that we all have a great interest in. That subject is transvestism. Amanda, would you describe yourself as a transvestite?
Well, Pamela, it's not a word I'm very fond of, so I would prefer to avoid using a label at all. I would describe myself in terms of what I like to do, or maybe what I like to wear, rather than use those labels, because I think nobody quite agrees on what the labels mean or who they apply to, and something that may be a great compliment to one person may insult to another. So it's a word I would try to avoid.
Well, Amanda, thank you so much for giving us such a frank answer to that question. Another question, if I may. Is transvestism about gender, or is transvestism about sexuality?
Yes.
I think, if I may say, that that answer is like an answer to a parliamentary question. It's brief, it's accurate, and it adds, if I may say, Amanda, very little to the sum of total human knowledge. But thank you for giving such a concise answer on the subject. That leads to my next question, and one that I would ask you to consider carefully. Are transvestites attracted to the opposite sex?
Well, I can't speak for all transvestites. I'm not sure I can even really speak for myself. It's a very complicated question, and I'm afraid I can't really give a very clear answer. But I hope that one is at least long enough to serve the purpose.
Well, that certainly was a long answer, but I think we'd agree that it was a very informative answer. I think anybody listening to that would realise the complexities of the issues involved, as well as the sensitivities. If I may, I have another question that is also quite sensitive. As a transvestite, would dressing as a French maid make you more attractive to the opposite sex?
I'm not sure that's for me to say. Might have made me more attractive to quite a cross-section of people, but whether they were all members of the opposite sex, I really couldn't begin to say. What I can say is that, at least from the West
I think that while we would all agree, Amanda, that the subject of French maids is a touchy subject, there is one thing we can definitively agree on, and that is that you do have lovely legs. Now, my final question, and thank you again for being willing to join us today. Having regard to everything that we talked about, the answers that you Now, having regard to all of that, what's your answer?
Well, that's a complicated question, but I think I have a straightforward answer. No. On balance, no.
Amanda Pamela, thank you for joining us on Face to Face today. It's been a pleasure to have you here.
You're most welcome.
And next week's guest will be equally pleasurable and interesting. Goodbye for now.